All right. Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the team meeting. And a privilege today on the webinar to introduce double diamond Juan Carlos Barrios. Juan Carlos and Hortensia are also a good friend of Christine and ours. And it's been an absolute joy, pleasure, and honor to work with them over the last 3.5 years. I guess we're going on 4 years now. I guess it's coming up. And it's a great time to talk about it because you'll have a chance to see him in person soon at the end of August, and I'm going to let him speak to that a little bit. But we wanted to take the day really so you get to know about Juan Carlos. I know a lot of people said, hey, Pierre, you know, we get to know you. You need to come back. And that's just because you don't know Juan Carlos. If you do Juan Carlos, Pierre, stay home. We want Juan Carlos to come back. So let me share a bit of information about Juan Carlos. I mean, obviously, the double diamond aspect is a huge deal. He's the only one in Latin America. But what is even more important, a couple of things, actually. He is the second highest income earner in network marketing history in Latin America. So when it comes to results, he can do that. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of opinions about different things, but at the end of the day, it is what you can do. And it didn't happen by accident, my friends. I will share with you. He'll go through more detail, but it is through a lifetime of commitment and something he believes in. And I know that for a fact that he works very, very hard, and he'll probably tell you a story about working hard and when you're passionate about something, but he does it not because he has to, but because he really has an amazing passion for it. And you sense that when he is with you, when he's around you, when he's presenting, and just the sheer amount of work that he puts forward, he does it because it doesn't feel like work for him. He's the type of guy that's going to have a smile on his face all the way through. What I love about it is he might be double diamond, but it's I was going to say he doesn't conduct himself as a double diamond. He conducts himself as a servant leader and really someone that wants others to succeed. That is what brings joy to him and Hortensia. And so it's an absolute privilege and honor to have him on the call. It'll be a privilege and honor for you to meet him shortly, not too long. So we'll pass it on to Juan Carlos Barrios today. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you very much, my dear Pierre. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, I will. What I will do is I will mute everybody else except you, brother, and then we can take questions if you have any questions, anybody.
Okay.
Let me just take care of that right now. And there we. Hold on. Okay, Juan Carlos, you can go, my friend.
Okay. First of all, I just want to say hi to everybody, you know, and I'm very, very excited and very honored, my dear brother, to invite me to be here in this webinar, in this Zoom. It's not a webinar, sorry, it's this Zoom. So thank you very much for all of you, and thank you for this very beautiful introduction also. First of all, I want to apologize. I want to start with that because, you know, English is not my native language, so I don't speak English very well, but I will really try to do my best, okay? When I speak like for a couple of days, it comes a little bit more fluently, but I have been speaking Spanish the whole day, so it's not gonna be like very good today. So sorry about that. I hope you can understand me. And the second thing that I want to tell you is that I'm very excited, super excited, because India is one of the countries that we have been waiting for, you know, to open, and we are very, very excited because the expectation of India is huge for the company and for each and every one of us, because India is an amazing country for network marketing. You know, it's one of the best countries in the world for network marketing. It's the same for Latin America, because I believe that we're very similar. We have a lot of similarities with Latin America. So I am very, very excited to be able to go to India in 1 month from now and to see your faces, you know, and to sit with you face to face and really know each other. And for me, this is the most fun part of the business, you know, to really know you, to know you better, to become friends, to laugh a lot, to enjoy, to have fun. And the reason why Pierre say that I don't behave as a double diamond is because I'm a child. You know, I like to have fun and enjoy and to really have fun with people. And I'm very excited to go to India. And guys, you know, and congratulations to all of you, because you are the pioneers of this market. And pioneers means that you have to deal with, you know, with all the things that happens when when the country is opening, like, you know, that there are no products or just a few products, or there is not completely the infrastructure, or one or two things that are not completely right and established correctly. So you have to deal with that, but there is an amazing reward for that. An amazing reward, and that is that you're gonna be one of the biggest also, you know, because many times the pioneers, when you're willing to pay the price to open a country, and it's not easy, you know, when there is not an infrastructure, there is no meetings, there is nothing, you have to start from scratch. You know, the big leaders are the ones who are willing to pay that price. So you are very blessed to have the chance to open your country. The same thing happened with me in Latin America, in Mexico and Latin America, and exactly the same thing happened with Pierre and Christine in Canada. They were the pioneers in Canada. They were the pioneers in France and Europe. Nothing was there, nothing was in place, and sometimes it's more difficult. But you become like more stronger. You know, I always understand when you have a challenge in life, when you overcome this challenge. When you overcome, you become. When you overcome the challenge, you become something bigger, something great. So the biggest leaders are built, you know, in that moment. So it's terrific. It's incredible that you're living that. So in 1 month, this is only one more month, we're going to have like products and everything. And little by little, you will see like all the company, you know, taking like all the structure, complete the structure. And the company has, you know, India in their mouth all the time. Right now, if you call the company, everybody's thinking and talking about India. It's India all over the company, and because of you guys, because they know your potential, they know what you are capable of, and we are betting 100% India. And so congratulations for being the pioneers, and congratulations also for being in this amazing company. You know, I don't know how much you really know about Jeunesse, but I am completely sure that doesn't matter how you think you know, you don't know, because the company is much more of what you think right now it is, you know, and you will see little by little, as soon as you met Randy and Wendy and Scott, all the corporate team, and you see the behavior of the company from inside, you will fall in love more and more with this company. It's really, really amazing. My wife and I, we have 4 years running Jeunesse, and every day I can tell you we're more and more in love. This is our fourth company. We have been in the industry for 27 years. I will share with you a little bit about my story a little bit later. But in 27 years, I can tell you that Jeunesse has been, for far, the best opportunity and the best company we have ever seen. So congratulations for being part of Jeunesse, for choosing this company. And you will see what is going to happen in India in a couple of years. You will see that with your eyes. And you will be very, very amazed, and you will understand my words. So congratulations for that. And secondly, you know, congratulations for being part of EmpowerU team, for being part of the team of Christine and Pierre. And those guys has created such an amazing platform to training. And I, you know, when he was saying that I'm one of the best servers in the world, I can tell you that if I put the name servers, you know, immediately I think about Pierre and Christine. They really are full committed with their people, you know, and they show me that. They don't only say that, they show me that every single day. So you are very blessed to have them as an uplines, and that's not true that when I'm there you don't want him to come again. You will, you know, I always want to be with Pierre, so and you will want him to come over and over and over. But the good news is that after me is coming, and sometimes we're gonna be together, but you are gonna have a lot of support from both of us, you know, and coming there and giving you everything that we know that we have in our hands to share with you. So congratulations for having them. You are very blessed also. You did something very good in the past or in the previous life. because having Pierre and Christine and being the pioneers of such an incredible company means that you did something really, really, really great. So, and I would like to share, if you allow me to do that, a little bit of my background, my story in network marketing, and because I would love you to know a little bit more about myself, because this is the way we create relationships, the way we connect, and let me and the way also you will relate. You know that for me it's possible. Of course, for you it can be possible as well. And let me tell you a little bit about my story. When I was 22 years old, I was studying music. I am a musician. Okay, I play violin and piano. And by the way, one day I remember I met a very good friend from India, and he's a musician. He played the tablas, the da din din da da din din da, and he was teaching me all the notes that sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. So I know how to say the notes, okay, in Hindi. So he was teaching me a little bit about music. Sa re ga me pa da pa da ni sa, and I studied music for 14 years in the conservatory in Mexico. So music was my life. You know, I decided to be a musician, and this is the thing that I wanted to do. But in Latin America, and probably India is the same in Latin America, if you're a musician, it's very complicated to really make money as a musician. So, but I was okay with that. You know, I say I don't care if I'm poor, but I want to be happy. I want to do what I love the most. I don't care if I'm rich or not. I don't want to be rich. I'm coming from a very poor family. Because Mexico, you know, as you know, and probably India is very similar to Mexico in that part. You know, there is a lot of poverty in Mexico, and a lot of families that have very little money just to survive. So I was coming from one of those families. We were 7 brothers and sisters, so with no a lot of resources. My father only studied until the 3rd grade of elementary school. So he was like worker, you know, for his entire life, having a very low salary, actually the lowest salary in Mexico. And we were having a very hard time. I mean, I was a very happy child. I was not suffering, you know, but I was facing this lack of prosperity in our childhood. So, but I was used to that, you know. I didn't expect something different when I was, you know, when I will grow. I was expecting to be like kind of the same. So, you know, and the worst part is that I studied music. So the music in Mexico is not very well paid. So that means all the musicians, most of them in Mexico, are very, very poor. So I was okay with that. And when I was 22 years old, listening to that, it was something really great, because my brother, my younger brother, started in network marketing, okay, in one big company who was just coming to Mexico. Actually, it was the first network marketing company in arriving to Mexico. So he decided to join in the company, and he was very excited, you know, and I was the first person he shared the business with. And of course, I was so skeptical, and in my mind, I was thinking, you know, this is not for me. I hate selling products. I hate talking in front of people. You know, I didn't speak English at that time. So it was like, no, impossible. You know, I'm not a salesman. I'm a musician. You know, it's completely different from what I do, for what I do. So this is definitely not for me. But then I remember only one thing for what I decided to join. Only one thing, that the person who was giving me the presentation told me that it was possible, you know, if I was building a network, a team, one day to receive money without working, residual income, you know, to continue making more money even if I was not working. And it was actually the first time. I remember I was 22 years old, and it was the first time I heard about residual income, you know, the possibility to make money without working. And only this thing, you know, helped me to go to the next event. And I went to Super Saturday, and in this Super Saturday, I had the chance to see someone who was building this full time, and I could feel the perspective, you know, of taking this business serious. What will happen in my life? And the thing that I loved the most about this meeting was the personal development. You know, how the meeting was completely focused not on sales. They were not teaching me how the products work and how to sell the products and all the profit and all this stuff. It was very focused on personal development, you know, in self-esteem, in success, skills, And I was very shocked, that all this information was completely new for me. And I became very hungry. I wanted more, I said, okay, I want more of that. I want more, and they told me, okay, come to the next event. And I was coming to the next event, and I was learning more, and I was buying books, and I was listening to the tapes, and I was doing everything. And I became so hungry to learn about success, guys. And I can tell you, for the past 27 years, I'm fanatic of studying and research about success, so fanatic. And right now, I'm taking coaching with a very huge people that give personal coach, and I'm coach of many people, and I have been on the stage of all over the world right now because of that hunger of learn about success, principles of success. So I became very successful in that company. It wasn't easy. I want to share that, because my mindset was very poor, and it took me a while. It took me 7 years of work and training, 7 years. And guys, when I say work, believe me, I work as crazy. I'm like workaholic. I love working. I love really committed, and I really work. I love that. Okay. Sometimes, some days I sleep only 3, 4, 5 hours a day because I'm so passionate to learn and to share and to work. So I was working as crazy for 7 years. I probably those were the 7 years that I worked the most in my life, because I wanted to really become a diamond. I wanted to really become successful in network marketing. And after 7 years of hard work and full committed of studying and attending every single event, I became a diamond in that company, and I was financially free. I was 29 years old, and I remember I bought 2 houses, and I was traveling all over the world. And for me, it was amazing to be 29 years old and be completely financially free. It was something really, really great that I experienced. So, and then, I have the passion to help other people to do the same. And this is the reason right now why I'm working so hard. Let me tell you something. I was meeting a couple of months ago. I was meeting my sister, and she was telling me, when I'm going to be retired. And I'm telling you that story because last week, my sister was again here. She lives in China. She's very rich, and with her husband, they live in China, and they were here in Mexico again, and again, they told me, Juan Carlos, we are doing very well financially, you and us, so it's time to retire. When are you going to be retired? And I said, never. I will never retire because, first of all, because I don't feel that this is a job. I feel like this is my life. And how can I retire something that I love the most? And believe me, guys, I will never retire. The day I will die sharing the business. I will die that way, or doing a conference or something like that. But I will never die in my seat, in the beach, just watching the ocean. No way. I will die working, because this is what I love the most. So, and I became very, very passionate for helping people succeed. And this is the question that my sister was asking me. Why can you just stop? Why can't you just relax and stop? And I said, no way. I will never stop until each and every person who trusts in us is being very successful. Each and every person is having a greater life because this is what I'm here for, because other people did that to me, and now, I have the full commitment to do that for many other people, guys. And I'm so excited that now is the time for India. Now is India time. Now is your time to be successful. And I want you just for 1 minute, guys, to really think about why not. Why not? Now is your time. Why not? It's your time to really be the next one who is financially free in India. Why not is you the one who is going to be the next diamond? Why not is you the one who are going to be the next millionaire in Jeunesse? Jeunesse created a lot of millionaires, and why not you can become one of the next ones? And it's, the only thing that will stop you guys is here. It's your beliefs. It's what you really believe. And then what you're willing to do for this to happen. Okay, so going back a little bit to my story, after 7 years I became a diamond, and it was a long process, of hard work, but not only hard work out there in the streets, sharing the business. It was a lot of big process inside of me, really telling myself, believing in myself a little bit more, And it's a daily process, a day after day process, you know, one book at a time, one tip at a time, one seminar, one meeting at a time. But thanks God, I have an incredible mentors, you know, and those mentors are right now one of the biggest also in the world, and the one who make the most money in the world, millionaires, of course, in network marketing. And I remember, you know, I was very close to them, and I tell them, I was very hungry, remember, and I tell them, okay, tell me what to do. I'm willing to do whatever you ask me to do because I'm hungry of success, and I really want this to happen because right now I am single. You know, I was 27 years old. I was telling my mentors, right now I'm single, but one day I want to be married. One day I'm going to have child, and I want then a different future that I wanted to have. I want a different life. I wanted to really travel the world with me, and I really want them to see what is success and prosperity. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So tell me exactly what to do. So they were teaching me, and the first thing that they taught me, listening to that, they told me, Juan Carlos, okay, you want to be successful in network marketing? Number one, never, ever, ever quit. That's it, never quit. And I say, never quit. Never, ever quit until you become a diamond. Never quit. Now, you're a diamond. You want to quit, you can quit. But never quit before diamond, because success is not easy. Success doesn't come over, you know, next day or next month or next year. It takes years. It will take you at least 10,000 hours of hard work to become professional in that. 10,000 hours. So you cannot quit. And for me, it made a lot of sense, guys, because in music, I understood that the only way to become successful in music and to really play good, the piano, the violin, it's hours and hours and hours of practice, hours of practicing. And I saw many of my friends that they wanted to be a pianist, and they were like so tired, you know, studying, so boring, and they quit. And I never quit because I was so passionate. So I said, okay, I understand this formula. It's simple for me. Do not quit. I got it. You know, what else? What else? Tell me what else. Okay, number two, Juan Carlos, you know, never stop learning. Never stop learning. And they told me, you know, network marketing is a little bit different from the school, because in the school, you go to school, you finish the school, and that's over. And it's a mistake. They told me this is a mistake because, you know, learning, it's a forever process. It's not a process that will end. You can learn every single day. So in network marketing, you will never stop learning. And I said, I love that because I was very hungry. And they told me, okay, in order to do that, listening to that, Juan Carlos, never, ever, ever, never miss any meeting. You have to attend every single meeting that's promoted around your place. You have to go to every single meeting. Never put any excuse to not to go to any meeting. And I said, okay, I got it. I will be in any meeting. And let me tell you something, guys. From 27 years ago to now, listening to that, I never, ever, ever miss any single meeting for 27 years. And he told me, okay, Juan Carlos, you need to start reading. It was honestly the hardest part for me because in the school, I never read the entire book. I believe I never finished any book. So it was like, oh my God, you know, I have to read. And I started like taking a book and I was sleeping after 5 minutes and I was not understanding because I didn't have the habit to read. You know, it was so difficult for me to start reading. But he told me, you need to start reading at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day, at least. So it was hard for me, guys. You know, honestly, it took me months and months to really develop that habit. But honestly, I can tell you this is one of the best habits that I have ever developed in myself. You know, reading is so powerful, my goodness, so powerful. And right now, you know, we have a lot of tools that will help you to have access to those knowledge, because right now you can, you know, audio read with audiobooks. And you can see a lot of videos on the internet and a lot of training. So, but my mentor, you know, told me, Carlos Marin, it was my first mentor. He told me, Juan Carlos, you have to read and to teach and to grow in your mind, to train your mind every day, because success is not something that you will reach. You never reach success. Listening to that is very powerful. He told me, you will never reach success. You know, you will rent success every day, because if you stop, you go back. So you have to every single day, you know, keep learning and learning and learning. And guys, let me, you know, and if I can share something really amazing with you is, you know, after a journey of 27 years growing and learning and reading and listening to the tapes and listening to the audios and watching videos, training videos, attending to every single event over and over for 27 years. You know, the biggest check that you will get is not how much money you will make in network marketing. Do not understand me. You are going to be a millionaire if you want. You can be a millionaire. But your biggest check, your biggest payment is the person you will become. The person you will become. And this is so beautiful, guys, because when you see your children, you know, I have 5 kids, and when you see your kids telling you every single day that you are the hero, and there is no Superman and Batman and all those guys, but when you are the hero, you know, and not only when they are little, because when they are little, everybody can be a hero. But my oldest daughter is 22 years old, you know, and she doesn't live in the town that I live, but right now she's at home, and she was telling me these couple of days, you know, how amazing how incredible friends we are, and how she learned from what I do, not only what I say, but what I do on a daily basis. This is so very, very amazing, guys. So I don't know what else to say, because I'm so excited. You know, Jeunesse is great, and after 27 years of this journey, right now is our best moment. We are incredible in the best company, with a lot of experience, with a lot of people that follow us, you know, and want to be part of the team. And one of the biggest, of course, are Pierre and Christine. And one of the biggest, not only of what they do, because they work as crazy, the same that we do, but they are great, such a great people inside, you know, and the heart. They have an amazing and pure heart, and very positive, and very committed to work. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be incredible. You know, if you take this serious, if you take this completely focused, and if you really focus so strongly on building correctly, and if you don't miss any meeting, and if you start reading and creating new habits, and you start working very strongly to share the business. Right now, I know it's a little bit complicated because there are no products. I know it's complicated to really share when you don't have the products in your hand. I understand. But let me tell you the experience of our last company. Actually, Pierre and I, we were together in the last company, but this is something very nice to share with you, because it will give you a different perspective of where you're living right now. When I joined this company, it was like, how long, Pierre? Like 8 years ago. Like 8 years ago, I joined the company, and I was like 4 years in that company. And I remember when I joined, it was a very new company, and it was promising a lot, you know. They never accomplished that much, but there were a lot of promises. So they told me, they were not in Mexico, in Latin America. They were only United States and Canada. And they told me, they promised me, Juan Carlos, don't worry. In a couple of months, in only 2 months, we're going to be ready in Mexico. Don't worry. And I said, okay, but you know what? I need also Colombia. It's another country, Colombia. I need Colombia. And they told me, don't worry, Juan Carlos. Probably in 3 or 4 months, we're ready in Colombia. And I said, okay, but I need also Peru, because my business is in Mexico, Colombia, and Peru, these 3 countries. And they told me, okay, don't worry, Juan Carlos. Probably in 6 months, we're ready in Peru. Okay, 2 months in Mexico, 4 months in Colombia, 6 months in Peru. Fantastic. So I was coming to Mexico, so excited, telling people, okay, guys, you know, this is the company we are going to build right now. This is the products, everything, you know. Don't worry, because in 2 months, the company is going to be ready. And I was flying to Colombia. Guys, you have to wait a little bit more, 4 months. And people were telling me, 4 months, come on, it's a lot of time. I said, only 4 months, come on, you know, start talking about the business. And I went to Peru and told them, okay, only 6 months. You know, in 6 months goes very fast, guys. So put the focus, start sharing the business. Okay. The bad news, I don't know if it's the bad or the good news, but the bad news is that, you know, after 2 months, I was asking this guy, the owner, okay, you know, when are you going to open? Oh, you know what? We choose the wrong person to really open. You know, we have to try again with a new person. Give me another 2 months. And I said, what? Just imagine that. I have already 1,000 people in my team, 1,000 people. I have to fly back to Mexico and tell everybody, you know what? You know, guys, we need to wait 2 more months. But the bad part is that we were selling packages. You know, the people was buying all the stuff, the products and everything. And I was flying every single month to the United States to pick all the checks going back to Mexico, but they were checks made in the United States. So I was giving the checks to everybody. And we faced one big problem, that in Mexico was impossible to cash an American check. We are not coming from the company because we were not allowed to work in the United States. So I was taking the checks again, going back to the United States, asking them to a different way to transfer the money. It was a nightmare, my friend. But look, listen to that. It didn't take 2 months, and it didn't take 4 months. It took 10 months to have the first products, 10 months. And it took 2 years to have an office in Mexico, okay? It was really insane. It took 10 months without product. In Colombia, it took 1.5 years, okay, to have the first product. And in Peru, it took 1 year and 8 months to have the first product. But listen to that. I became a diamond, a blue diamond with no products. And people was telling me, Juan Carlos, how do you become a diamond with no products? And the problem is not become a diamond. The problem is how you can hold those people for an entire year, telling them, the product is coming, products incoming. And everybody was like tied together, waiting for that incredible moment. Of course, when the product was there, let me tell you something, the links that we built with all the team was like a real family. We were very strong, like the movie 300. I don't know if you watched this movie, like Leonidas with all the warriors, the 300 were invincible. We were like that, invincible, all tied together, all waiting. We were facing all the rejection for everyone. Just imagine building a company that is not ready for your country when you are telling everybody that company is almost ready, and it wasn't true. So, but guys, I want you to put this in perspective just of that, because I know that you are the pioneers in India, and believe me, no one is going to be perfect. There are gonna be a lot of things that are not gonna be perfect, not the way you want it to be. Okay, probably you want to have all the products at once, and it will take a while. It will take, but every single challenge that you will face will measure the leadership that you have inside. The real leader you have inside. So thanks God for every single challenge you will face, and your people will face, because remember, when you overcome, you become. When you overcome, you become. So India is almost ready. It's only 1 month far to really have everything. We have the launch on the 23rd to 25, I believe, right, Pierre? Right. So the next month, I'm going to be there. I won't be there in the launch, probably. I'm not sure. I will be before in 1 month, but Pierre is going to be in 2 months from now in the launching. So it's going to be, the launching for everybody, but you have the blessed to be in the pre-launch. In before everything is happening, and you will be willing to share that story with everybody when nothing was ready, and you have only your belief in your heart and in your mind that it was possible for you guys, and you will share that. When the people will come to you to complain, it's so difficult, you tell them, okay, I was building when it was nothing here, only the vision and the passion, and it was the business only in our mind, in our hearts, and see what we see, what we build, guys. I know that India is going to be very successful. And let me tell you why. Because you guys are exactly like us, like the Mexicans. We're like very hungry people, hungry of success. We want something better for our families. And I know that, And it's so great that we are not rich in our countries. You know what? Because in the United States, let me tell you something. In the United States, it's very easy for people to have credit. And they have houses, they have cars, they have a lifestyle. Actually, they don't have that. But because of the credit, they think they have the lifestyle, and they are comfortable. And sometimes, when I share the business to the people in the United States, even Mexicans who live in the United States, they're comfortable. They say, I'm okay. And they're not willing to pay the price. But when you are not comfortable, guys, when you are hungry, believe me, you're willing to do whatever it takes for bring your family to a better lifestyle. This is what happened with me. I was very hungry, coming from a very poor family, to change that history in my life, to do something different. And this is what is going to happen in India, guys, because the Indians are not lazy people. I know that. Because you know how I know that? Because of the numbers, what is happening right now in India. And because look, it's almost 9 o'clock wherever in India. You are all connected, guys, without product, without the company being ready. That tells me that you are not lazy people. You are people who are hungry like me. We are exactly the same. And I know, that you are not happy with the lifestyle you have. I know that. And because I know that, guys, this is your time. Listen to me. This is your time. And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to bring you to the next level and to help you to be successful in Jeunesse and to bring your family to the next level. I'm willing to do that. If you are here connected, I know that you are willing to do that as well. So it's gonna be huge in India, guys. It's gonna be huge. And I know that, you know, all those faces that I see in this incredible platform, isn't that amazing, the technology that we have right now, guys? I started 27 years ago. We didn't even have cell phones in that time. Amazing. Now we can see all the faces here, you know. But I will be very, very happy the day that I see your faces in person, and I see your smiles, and I see how you are smiling, and I know this is because even though I don't speak good English, you know, there are some words that are going to your heart. I know that. I can see that. And I can see that you believe that this is your time, and you believe that this is your moment to really take your life and your family to the next level. So let us help you to do that. Please let us help you to do that. And thank you for your trust. Thank you for trusting this company. Thank you for trust my brother. You know, I call Pierre my brother because I really feel that. You know, he's much more than my friend. He's my brother. We are different colors, but we are brothers. I'm more like India, you know, I like that, like Indian color. But he's my brother, and Christine is my sister, you know, and I feel them like my brothers. And you know, when you have a brother, you protect you back, and I know that they always protect my back. And we're one team together, you know, only focusing on helping India to really be our best country ever. This is going to be our best market ever, and the best market in the company, guys. If you want to, we can bring India to the number one, the top one on sales of the entire Jeunesse, okay? So I don't know what else to do. I'm so excited, guys. Thank you very much for sharing, for letting me share this with you. I'm so passionate, as you can see, but I'm so hungry to see you, so hungry to spend time with you, and to be in India. You know, I'm very connected. The last thing I want to tell you is I'm very, very connected to India. I learned transcendental meditation when I was 18 years old, and every single day I practice that technique. And I study Stapatya Veda and Ayurveda, and a lot of Ayurveda. I know how to read the Prakriti, you know, and I know about Vata, Pitta, Kapha and all this stuff. I like chapatis a lot with ghee. It's like the Mexican tortillas. It's like kind of the same. So I have been very, very close to the Vedas, you know, science and all this, and I wanna be very close to the country, you know, that I learn a lot. You are coming from a very spiritual, very powerful spiritual ancestors, you know, from a very, very spiritual community, and it makes you very special country, very, very special country. You know, in Mexico happened kind of the same. We have our ancestors, you know, they were Mayans, and they have a lot of knowledge about the astrology and all those, you know, those science and natural medicine like the Ayurveda. So we're like very the same. Believe, you know, we come from a very deep roots and a lot of spirituality in our country. So it's gonna be great to be in your country. So thank you very much. Thank you, my dear Pierre. Love you, brother. Love you a lot, my friend.
Thank you so much, Juan Carlos. Thank you so much. Listen, everybody, I think it's often shared that 7% of the communication is in words and 93% is physiology and the tonality. And I think you sense that from Juan Carlos, that physiology comes out of the passion. And I think that's so crucial. I wanted you to have a chance to meet Juan Carlos more today. These are the leaders, Juan Carlos, that are part of our group right now. Like you said, they're the pioneers. But we're getting to know each other. And you're getting to know one of the key partners that will be able to be there to assist you guys moving forward. And you need to know where they're coming from. And that it's not just a deal. That it's not just, hey, look at how much money I can make, and let's make it and we'll leave. You need to know that you can trust him. You need to know that he's passionate about this. You need to know that he doesn't change from one day to the other. He's highly, highly consistent in the way he is and what he does. I like the expression. You don't achieve success. You don't reach it. I like the reach it, you rent it. I like the rent it. I like that part. Juan Carlos comes from a music background, the amount of work. I come from a sports background, and it's the same thing. You know, we've had enough experience to know that it's hard work, but when you're passionate about it, it's never work. And just finishing with John Maxwell of having that passion to stay the course is I believe where everybody here is at. It is there's many people on this call right now that have very similar background, if not even more than Juan Carlos and I, and that's exciting. And I want to pass our thanks. I know he's passed a lot of thanks to Christine and I, but I want to pass our thanks of Christine and I to Etienne, the amazing 20-year-old leader in our team that is staggering, and what a story that's going to be when he turns diamond, I can tell you that. It's a story in the making for a lot of people. And of course, Sylvie and Alain, that are also there day in, day out. We have Vincent, we have Muriel that's on there, we have Dim and Angel that are there out of Belgium, and Frank Zecker out of Denmark. We have a lot of people from everywhere, and we have core leaders like yourselves. So it is a privilege to work with you. We have much gratitude. We're ready to work hard, and every step of the way to really have an impact, as Juan Carlos mentioned, to have a profound impact on whatever achieving your dreams might be. That's what we're going to do, and I'm on board with them. We want to make India #1 market in our whole business. And normally, when we set our mind to something, we tend to roll up our sleeve, work hard, and get it done. And so it'll be a pleasure to do it with every one of you. Now there is. We can open. If you have any questions for Juan Carlos, this is the leadership meeting. These are all the group of people that are really put forward. When you talk about months, many have been here for months.
No, yeah. Before we start talking about.
Go ahead, Suresh.
Hello. I want to compliment Carlos on one thing. He told about chapatis, but I want to compliment with burritos.
I will bring Krishna. I will bring some burritos.
Okay? I really freaked out on burritos when I was there in US. I swear it. Excellent dish. Excellent. It's almost similar, as you say, equated with chapatis. It's something with rice with chapatis. Your burritos.
Exactly. And Krishna, you know what? Your food is also very spicy, very hot. Mexican food is the same. We're the same, guy.
Indians are spicy.
I had Indian food yesterday, and I had chapatis yesterday, and I had very spicy vindaloo. Oh, it was hot. It was good. Okay.
Anyway, let's get on to business. This is something which I wanted to, compliment Carlos on.
Any questions, guys? Any comments? Anything before we move on? There's a chat. Perfect. I will share this, guys. So what we're going to do now, strategy-wise, is start building to the event with Juan Carlos. It's going to be huge. We're going to have probably 3 major cities because we want 50 and above number of people there. Minimum, hopefully 50 to 100, if not more, per city when he goes. The goal is that by the end of September, we're hitting 1,000. That is the goal. Jubilee, did you have a question?
Yes, Pierre. Hi, Pierre. Hi, Carl.
Hello, Jubilee.
I'm Jubilee here. Well, Pierre, I want to know, the exact date of launching of the product in India. That is everybody is waiting for that. We are eagerly waiting for that moment to come.
Yes, yeah, I'm waiting for that too, actually, Jubilee. I totally agree. I'll read you. Actually, when I texted everybody in WhatsApp is the direct response to the diamonds, to all the diamonds that are developing their team in India from Anshu. And every diamond and every team member are all waiting for that answer. And we pushed it to see, is it really going to be, are you still good with mid-August? Yes, we're still good with mid-August. Now you notice he doesn't say the 15th, doesn't say the 14th, doesn't say the 16th. He says mid-August. For that reason, when Juan Carlos and I are communicating about the dates of going there, it can be maybe adjusted a little bit, but as a rule, 3rd week of August, because I'm giving a bit of time just in case it's going to happen. The big thing that slows things down is the GST. There's a lot of reprogramming right now. The Jeunesse corporate had to do. There's things that, anyways, there's businesses in India had to adjust, and I think Jeunesse had some last-minute adjustments to do because of the GST aspect. And so when a definite date is there, they're going to give it. But right now, it is still at least at 3 times that all the diamonds have pushed back there. And normally, you know, if it's not mid-August, they would say this. So I'm not sure exactly the date. They're never backing up right now. They're still very strong on mid-August, relatively. But we're all waiting for the exact date. Yeah. One day you'll be in your business and you'll say, remember that time when we were waiting for the products? God, that sounds like a long time ago. But
yeah,
the president. I know how it feels. It's like, come on, give me a date. But mid-August we'll be there at some point.
Yeah,
Carlos will be there near the end of August. For a push at that point in time with the products available.
Pierre, I want reserve also with that. I don't want reserve. I want reserve, boss.
In September. Probably 23rd, 25th is when they're going to probably launch that. I know you want the reserve. Me too. It's the number one.
Yeah, already I am talking to people about reserve only.
I don't. I'm going to call you Mr. Reserve. That's what I'm going to call you.
It's already his name.
That's his name, exactly. Yeah, trust me, when it comes to that product, you will be on stage, Suresh, talking about it.
I hope.
A person in the world that'll be more passionate about the reserve. I get excited when I hear you talk about it.
Yeah, one thing I found out from reserve also, see, I don't know. See, you have to correct me. I have been talking to people that if you want something for stress, you can have reserve. See, physical stress is reserve.
It's an anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, and when you have inflammation, oxidation, it's a stress on the body itself. So there's no.
Yeah, that's what I say. Physical stress.
And if your body is in better health and feels better and has been more relaxed.
And Pierre, NB is going to launch in India. Pierre?
Pardon me, Julie?
NB is going to launch in India.
Reserve is going to launch in September.
No, NV is asking.
Oh, NV is going to be
NV.
NV is going to be 2018. But what we're doing is we're pushing strong to get it as early as possible. NV is going to be another. Put it this way: when we launched, when Juan Carlos launched in Latin America, when we launched in South America at a similar time, and we had the serum. We did not have the instantly ageless. We did not have Envy, and it was just amazing. It was an amazing launch. When we went to Europe with Zinagel and Muriel and well, that's where I met you know what? There was serum. And the instantly ageless came out at that time, and that was a big launch. So you have two of the major products that have launched and made Jeunesse the record-growing company. You're going to launch with those products and the Reserve, which is the number one selling product in the world. You have the key product that you need. However, when the Envy is going to kick in on top of that, probably early 2018, I believe it's probably going to be a big event. And it's going to be when Scott is going to be there, because Scott Lewis is flying over there at the beginning, Q1 of 2018. I believe that's going to be another major boost forward. I'm sort of happy they're not coming out with it right now, because I'll tell you what happens. You want people to use the serum. You want people to use
Yeah, can you mute the line, please?
but if you just had the NV, it's good to have some time without the NV.
Yeah, can you mute the line, please? We cannot hear you.
Okay. So that's the sorry about that, guys. So that's the key thing, is that we want to launch with these products. The Envy is going to come up after that, but it is better that it doesn't come all at the same time. Because, see, we had a chance to try the serum for a year without really, that was it. I mean, if Jeunesse never came out with anything else, I was happy with the serum. I know it's the best serum in the world, and I can build a customer base worldwide with that, no issue, with having the best serum in the world, patented, and that activates stem cells when nothing else can do it like that, and that price-wise, it is much better price than things that are 4 times the price that cannot do 5% of what it can do. Then you have the instantly ageless that captures people's attention, that opens the door to the rest of the store, as they say. And then after that, of course, the envy is sort of the cherry on the top of the sundae, if you want to. The envy is specific, men and women, but women obviously much more. And but they use it on a daily basis, and it's something they already use. And to have a revolutionary, groundbreaking technology in that world that is highly competitive and that many women are already using is extremely rare. So we're going to start with the serum and the instantly ageless, give a chance for people over a few months to really get excited, get all the testimonials of that from people in India, not a bunch of Canadians or Europeans or anywhere else, or Latin Americans. It's going to be from people in India. You're going to have your own pictures. And that is a solid foundation in sales, and then we'll add the envy Jubilee later on. Good, Jubilee. Any other questions, everybody? Juan Carlos is still here. He just took off his camera. Good. Well, thank you very much, everyone. I want to thank you for being on today. Let's get ready for the 3rd week of August. We'll have the specific dates as we move along here over the next couple of weeks. And we're going to start working with all the core leaders in the key cities. Etienne, Sylvie, and Alain are going to be in touch with everyone here. Dimenagel and Muriel also, and Eric. And make sure that if you have any questions, make sure to stay in touch with them and Frank also, and get all the information you need. And then we're available, of course, to talk absolutely anytime. So we're going to start getting ready to put the details of this next tour together. We're going to make it bigger than the last one was a total success with Etienne. This one, we're going to ramp it up to a whole other level. And we're just going to continue that action event after event in the months to come. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for your patience, your courage, your leadership, who you are, and it is and will be rewarded for sure. Talk soon, everybody.